For over a decade, a piece of folklore has survived in the hosting industry. The idea that buying Class C IP SEO hosting acts as a secret cheat code to multiply your Google search rankings. Vendors suggest that spreading your websites across different servers in massive data centers tricks Google into seeing a highly authoritative network. On the other side, skeptics argue that paying for diverse IPs is a scam that provides zero value for your money. Both sides are arguing about a product they misunderstand, especially in the context of 2026. Diverse IPs provide zero SEO ranking benefit. Instead, they perform three infrastructure functions that determine whether a complex network remains reachable or faces a total block. While the industry often promises better rankings, the documented reality of this purchase is strictly about risk management. Evaluating the cost requires looking past the SEO hype and focusing on your specific operational risk. The value of a diverse IP setup depends on whether your network architecture triggers three specific infrastructure vulnerabilities. First, the terminology. The term Class C IP was officially retired by internet engineers in 1993 in favor of classless routing. What you are actually purchasing today is a /24 prefix, a block of addresses where the first 24 bits are fixed and the last 8 vary. This grid represents the 16.7 million distinct /24 prefixes available in the IPv4 space. Because there are over 16 million prefixes, looking statistically unique to a search engine is not a scarce resource. Any two randomly chosen hosting accounts usually sit in different prefixes by default. Buying a prefix allows you to know and control exactly who else shares your specific address block. Since search engines don't weigh prefix uniqueness, the financial value of a /24 block lies in its ability to isolate your website from the behavior of strangers. That isolation brings us to job 1, footprint separation. This applies specifically to portfolio operators running multiple interlinked sites. This is about managing your blast radius. On a shared IP address, one malware flag or abuse complaint on a single site can pull down everything hosted at that address. Separating your websites across completely distinct prefixes can effectively halt the spread of an infrastructure penalty containing the blast radius. To be clear, putting a spammy link network on diverse IPs does not make it compliant. Search engines judge the link behavior itself. Prefix diversity only isolates the operational risk to a single block. This leads to job 2, reputation containment, which centers on email deliverability and blacklists. Major blacklists like Spamhaus track and penalize both individual IP addresses and entire address ranges. On a shared IP, your business's email deliverability is dictated by the worst-behaved stranger on your server. If they trigger a block, your legitimate emails may fail to deliver. Dedicated prefixes give you sole control over your IP reputation, ensuring your communication isn't ruined by a neighbor's spam campaign. Jobs 1 and 2 function as defensive bulkheads, protecting your assets from external contagion and inherited blocklist damage. Job 3 is reachability, a factor that evolved in 2026 alongside the rise of AI answer engines. Traditional web crawlers are patient. If they hit a server block, they queue up to retry later. AI engines are different. They often fetch data live at the exact moment a user asks a question. If an AI node sends a request to your server and it fails to return data, you lose the opportunity for a citation. Shared servers frequently use aggressive bot filtering and rate limits to protect their resources, which can accidentally block these live AI agents. A failed real-time fetch forces the AI to build its answer using a competitor's page. Consequently, your valuable content becomes completely invisible to the answer engine at the exact moment it matters most. Dedicated IPs bypass these unpredictable shared filters, allowing AI engines to reliably fetch your page on demand. In the AI era, prefix diversity secures the continuous availability required for a site to be cited as an answer. To decide which hosting setup is right for you, we can map these three jobs to your specific business archetype. This table compares neighbor exposure and blast radius across shared, dedicated, and multi-prefix setups. The ranking effect column shows that the SEO impact remains 0 across all three tiers. Consider a single site operator who sends no marketing email and has no blocklist history. For this setup, none of the three risk management jobs are active. Prefix diversity provides no practical value. A standard single dedicated IP is sufficient for this operator's needs. Now, consider a portfolio operator or agency running 10 to 40 interlinked web properties. If you send transactional email across those domains and rely on live AI citations, you face systemic infrastructure risks. For these users, prefix diversity serves as a mandatory insurance policy to contain the blast radius and guarantee reachability. The most effective strategy is to match your hosting tier to your operational constraints, rather than false promises of SEO rankings.